Traps up in the Teenage Traps Network, back in the same, like a crack in the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more. This good content we got going on here at TNN Traps Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge though. You can't get nobody's college though, big dog. Tap in with that tap in. Make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. That knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in and make sure you're in fact tapped in with that good tap in. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Newsington, you can usington. Knowledge though. You ain't finna get nobody's college though, big dog. Tap in with that if you ain't tapped in with that. You feel me? You feel me? We finna go over here and get into this good content, but before we do, we need y'all to get into this richtraphouse.com. Get into some of that merch. That's not what I wanted to show y'all at all. That's a luxury box. Shout out to luxury box, but that's not actually what I wanted to show y'all. Richtraphouse.com. Get into the merch. Make sure you get into that if you ain't got into that. And I need y'all to go ahead and get into Man at the Garden freestyle. Please don't touch my. It got a body on it. Fairy tales and all that. Fairy tale Man at the Garden. Please don't touch my. It got a body on it. Boogeyman. It's all out now. We finna jump into this, man. Big U has been officially indicted with 187. How did Rat Run Hunter and Snitch Hunter predict this? We don't know because they've been talking about it for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, but he just got indicted with that today, about an hour and a half ago. So I'm finna actually read this to y'all, man. Y'all heard it first. Rich Trapper, good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Hold on, let me pull it up on my phone because it's really small. I can't see it or whatever. All right, boom. Here we go. If you want to read this, it's a new 43 count indictment, and it says Los Angeles grand jury has returned a 43 count indictment charging the music label owner words are hard. I don't know what that word is. I ain't even gonna lie. Words are hard. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend. Anti-gang activist, a longtime leader of a South Los Angeles gang with dozens of felonies, including fraud, robbery, extortion, tax evasion, embezzlement, donations to his charity that receives public money, running a racketeering conspiracy which he alleged 187 an aspiring musician, the Justice Department announced today. Eugene Henley, 58 years old, a.k.a. Big U of the Hyde Park neighborhood of Los Angeles, California, been charged with 1 count of conspiracy to violate racketeering influence and corruption organizations, the RICO, 2 counts of conspiracy to interfere with commerce, robbery, and extortion, the Hobbs Act, 1 count of Hobbs Act robbery, 9 counts of attempted Hobbs Act extortion, 5 counts of Hobbs Act acts of extortion, 1 count of transportation of an individual in interstate commerce with the intent the individual to engage in prostitution, the Mann Act, 15 counts of wire fraud, 5 counts of embezzlement, conversation intentional misapplication of funds from an organization receiving federal funds, 1 count of bank fraud, 1 count of tax evasion, 2 counts of willful failure to file tax returns. Henley, a longtime member of the Rolling 60 Crips street gang, has been in federal custody since March 19th after being charged with a federal crime complaint. His arraignment scheduled for April 8th in the United States District Court downtown Los Angeles. He has a detention hearing scheduled for the 10th, also in Los Angeles Federal Court. Also in today's indictment, Sylvester, 59 years old, a.k.a. Vay of Northridge, Mark, a.k.a. Bearclaw of Beverlywood area, California, Tremaine Ashley Williams, a.k.a. Loose Cannon of Las Vegas, Almarni Alfie, a.k.a. Monty of Koreatown, Los Angeles. Damn, they got Monty Blanco, they got Bearclaw, they got fucking Loose Cannon, they got Big U. Goodness gracious. Tiffany of Yorba Linda. These defendants are in federal custody and expected to be arraigned in the coming weeks. As the indictment alleges, Mr. Henley led a criminal enterprise whose conduct ranged from 187 to sophisticated fraud that included stealing from taxpayers and a charity. Sorry, my bad, y'all. This is really small. I'm trying to read it off my phone. My bad, y'all. Taxpayer charity, and said acting United States Attorney Joseph McNay, eradicating gangs and organized crime is the Department of Justice top priority. Today, charges against the leader of the criminal outfit will make the neighborhood in Los Angeles a lot safer. According to the indictment returned on Wednesday from 2010 until March. 2005, Henley Criminal Group identified documents as Big U Enterprise as a mafia-like organization that utilizes Henley stature and long-standing association with the Rolling 60 Crips and other street gangs to intimidate business individuals in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, Henley is widely regarded as a leader within the Rolling 60s and rose to prominence during in the street game during the 1980s. While Big U Enterprise at times with the I'm sorry, while Big U Enterprise at times partnered with the Rolling 60s and other criminal elements, mutual benefit. The Big U Enterprise is the district independent criminal enterprise engaged in criminal activity, including 187 extortion, robbery, trafficking, exploitation of ex workers, fraud, and illegal gambling. Not only did the enterprise expand its power through violence, fear, and intimidation, but it also used media platforms, documentaries, podcasts, interviews. These niggas is crazy. And Henley's reputation and status as, quote, OG, parentheses, original gangster, create a fame for stroke fear, I guess it would maybe strike fear, stroke fear of the Big U Enterprise and the members and its associates. For example, in 2021, Henley 187, a victim identified in an incident, RW, aspiring musician signed to Unique Music, Henley music label. Henley shot RW, who had recorded the defamatory song, a diss record, about Henley. Henley then dragged the victim's body off the interstate into the Las Vegas desert and left him in a ditch. They charged him with the murder of that kid. Henley also committed crimes, including fraudulently obtaining COVID-19 business relief loans for the Unique Music, which operated at a loss, which is ineligible for such relief. He used his anti-gang charity development options as a front for fraudulent activities, and he activities and to insulate. My bad, it's so small. I have to literally like zoom in on it so I can see it. My bad, y'all. Insulate other members of Big U Enterprise from law enforcement from suspicion. Henley embezzled large donations that celebrities and other award-winning companies made to development options, which Henley immediately converted to his own personal bank accounts. According to the indictment, development options is primarily funded through the Los Angeles Mayor's Office Gang Reduction Youth Development Grid Program Foundation, portions of which receive federal funding, but also donations from prominent sponsors, including NBA players. Finally, the indictment alleges that as a part of the racketeering conspiracy charge, that during the early hours of March 19th, law enforcement was arresting other members of the enterprise. Henley turned off his cell phone and fled the home. That day, Henley posted to the Crenshaw Cougars account claiming racial profiling, blaming his co-defendants and opponents for the criminal charges filed against him in a federal criminal complaint, and instructing public not to associate with his co-defendants. Damn, so even when he said that stuff about WACK, they putting that in there like, man, even from on the run, he was doing all that. Not to associate with his co-defendants or known opponents. Henley eventually surrendered to the federal law enforcement without his phones. Whew. An incident is merely an allegation. All defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So he's not convicted of this. He's charged of this. If convicted, Henley, Robinson, and Martin would face a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in the federal penitentiary for a conspiracy count. Bank fraud is punishable by up to 30 years in the penitentiary. Hobbs Act, conspiracy, robbery, and extortion. The fraud will carry a statutory maximum of 20 years in the federal penitentiary. The Mann Act and the theft concerning the programs of the federal funds count each carry up to 10 years in the federal penitentiary. Tax evasion carries statutory minimum sentence, pay the fine, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you got to pay back the money for the tax. The FBI, zoom in on this. The FBI Los Angeles the FBI's Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs, IRS Criminal Investigation, the United States Department of Justice Office, Inspector General, Los Angeles Police Department, North Las Vegas are investigating this matter. Okay, and it says Assistant United States Attorney Kevin J. Butler and Gina A. McCable of the Violent and Organized Crime. Words is hard, especially with the lisp and the speech impediment. I was trying not to be too lispy, but man. Better find the mop. It's getting sticky in this Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We gone.